I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half, refilming this video over and over again to say nothing really substantial. Okay. So I just wanted to do an update on my life. Okay. Like, I wanted to sort of just captivate this and what it's been like me moving and all these changes. And I was like, do I want to make it artsy? Do I want to make it where I sit down like this and then add clips? Do I want to make it to where I'm not talking and I'm just putting videos of the waves, emotions, and things and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, like, I just want to make a damn video. Like, I don't need to do all that right now because I just want to like make a video and I want to get the thoughts out and that's it. And that's it. And that's what I want. And if I'm doing what I want, then I'm genuinely putting myself out there as I am with my intentions behind it, which is good enough. Maybe next week it'll be a damn video, but I'm so tired of craving perfection and craving the want to have the best clarity and craving the want to have the skill set to produce something for somebody else's pleasure because I know it'll be more digestible or more favorable. When at the end of the day, I already am digestible and favorable. Like, people fucking love me and I love myself, right? So I don't need to do all that to the degree that I want yet. I need to build myself up to it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to fucking edit a fucking cinematic masterpiece. So why do I need to try and attempt that every time when it results in me not making anything at all? And then I sit here either doing my job or going to school, the two things I don't really care about, when I want to do the thing that I do care about. However, I won't do any of the steps in between to get me to the goal that I want. So instead, I'm making my goal just to make a fucking video because I'm just done. Like, just done. And I've said it so many times in so many different ways and for so many reasons. And I accept the fact that maybe this is just another one of those times. But things have changed. And I think the way that things have changed is because I haven't put something like this, social media, content creating, making little artsy things. I haven't made that my main priority anymore. I've made myself the main priority. And the thing is that I didn't even really want to. The universe really just slapped me on the ass and pushed me forward to make sure that I did so because I moved. And moving to me was not what I expected. Like, a lot of things were not what I expected. And things ultimately just fucking changed. I worked at In-N-Out for 4 years and I just left the company 2 weeks ago for a new job because I'm looking for change. Like, change. I want change. And this new job is amazing for what it's been so far. And I want to move up in it and then make more money that way. And there's just been so many changes. I expected to move down here and it'd be like a fucking party, right? I was expecting so many things to be the way that I wanted them to, or just the way I thought that they would be, and they just simply were not. And I think the reason why is because I was so focused on other things and myself and not just myself. And I will always be so jealous of earth sign placements, right? For people who are into astrology, or even people like my sister. I'm not jealous of my sister, but I'll always be so inspired or intrigued, I guess is what I want to say. Funny how those are like two different things. But by how people like that can just do what it is that they need to do and be disciplined and consistent about it. Because me, I'm not consistent or disciplined in comparison to a lot of people and a lot of things. The one thing I very much do love about myself is my mind and how I can make other people feel. I love those qualities about myself because they have shown to be effective in other people's lives, and I love helping other people. I love seeing people grow. I also love setting things straight, and I love justice in situations where it's needed. And I love that I'm always the person to attempt either one of those things and typically be good at it and get good results. But when it comes to myself, it's like, Adam, like, buddy, you've been wanting to lose weight and you've been wanting to have a following on social media because you have stuff you want to say, but it's like, when have you ever done it for more than 2 months? You haven't. You really fucking haven't. And I love that my friends aren't the kind of friends that are just going to be like, oh my god, like I'm so supportive, blah blah blah. Like my friends are really like, you need to stop like talking. You need to just like fucking do it. You've been saying this, you've been saying that. And I love that and I need that. But at the end of the day, nothing anybody can ever say to you is always gonna be enough until you start to realize what it is that you need in your until you realize what it is that you need in yourself to move yourself forward. And to understand that sometimes it's like walking into a field of fucking darkness and you have no fucking flashlight, but you can still move. And it's sometimes just waiting for when the sun comes up or waiting until you stumble upon a light source or a flashlight or something. But it's like, in no way in this world, in this society, with this climate, with everything going on, are you going to have a perfect route to any sort of success that you want. You have to fucking pave that shit yourself and understand that you're not supposed to think in the future about how this is going to result, how this is going to be. You just have to be in the present and just fucking try it out and do something. Maybe luck, a miracle, or fucking something will come into your life and start to make these changes, and you'll be like, god damn, like some assistance, something good happening for me. Or sometimes it just fucking won't. But the point is that you are your best luck and you are your best miracle, and that in and of itself should be enough. And some days it's not going to feel like it, and that's okay. I think for me, like I can be very positive, optimistic, sometimes to a fault, because I don't give myself that same positivity and optimism when it comes to things that would better myself, right? When I look at videos on Snapchat of me over the last like 3 to 4 years, I look the fucking same and like different form, maybe a little different hair, but I look the same. I'm still like the same, like pretty chubby, like person who has a whole entire face underneath all this fat, who has a whole entire body underneath all this fat. And for me personally, like I want to see what that is. But the thing is I've told myself so many like toxic things throughout the years, and just the way I even think about myself has been like rather toxic because it's not beneficial. For example, if I don't work out, right? Say if I go do something with a friend and I don't work out that day, I will beat myself up over not working out. When in reality, I should just like let that go, because it'll make working out the next time so much easier. Because what happens is that the next time I can work out comes around, I'll remember the last time I didn't work out, and I'll start thinking about it. And I just think, right? And I think to the point to where hours pass, or I do another task, forgetting I even wanted to work out because I did the other task to distract myself from the fact that I was having an intrapersonal conversation, a conversation with yourself in my head, to the point to where I went and decided to do something like eat or go out and buy stuff or hang out with a friend, that I never did the one thing that's actually beneficial for me, which is working out. And it's alarming because in 5 years, right? I'm just using the number 5 years, right? In 5 years, I could be built in a way that I want to, that I feel like would look good on me, or I feel like I could have adjusted to that I think would look good on me. Because I don't know how much muscle I would like on myself. I don't know typically what I want to look like, because I've never been muscly and had that experience of looking at myself in that way. I've always been fat, so it's like I don't know, but I know that if I was consistent about it for 5 years, I could have achieved something really good. And it's just like weird because like you ask yourself, why is it that you know what you need to do and yet you don't do it? And I think it's because like we don't realize as human beings that there are some very, 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 very powerful things that affect us growing up, whether it's something we view in society, the way our parents treated us, the way a person treated us. There's just a list of things that can really just fucking chain you down. And that's why it really bugs me when people say like pick yourselves up from the bootstraps and shit like that with like every situation or scenario, when in reality like humans just can't fucking do that. Like we can't just do that when we've never addressed the things that are holding us back in the first place. And it's like, yeah, some people will go and achieve things and it'll be a fucking mirage of what we think it is that they've achieved or who they are, not realizing that they're actually suffering. And then therefore we try to achieve what they have. And then when we start suffering because we realize we haven't fixed those things of our past, we get then confused. And that confusion is the worst part. Because when you don't know what to do about your sadness, when you don't know what to do about your stress, when you don't know what to do about a situation, that's the worst. Because that's going to trigger your anxiety. That's going to trigger your fucking depression. It's going to make you fucking stagnant. And And that confusion is fucking pure chaos. You know what I mean? Because you're constantly weighing out your hopes and your wants mixed with your I don't knows and what is holding me back. And then somehow you sit there in the middle between the two and you just simply do nothing, or you cry, or you vent too much, or you do something toxic, and you sometimes then even hold yourself accountable for even doing that the next day. Because I've done that and I've been doing that. So I've been trying to fix that. Because I think for me, I'm so easily inspired by a lot of the good things in life, which I love about myself. I can watch a TED talk, I can see my friend do something, and the way it makes them feel or the things that they're saying, I absorb and I love that shit. But sometimes like the inspiration is just not enough, and you have to learn how to just inspire your fucking self. And when the inspiration's not there, that's sometimes when discipline kicks in, where you just do the thing knowing that in the moment you don't want to do it at all, and there's probably things that you'd rather do that you actually like really want to do, which could be reading your book, playing a video game, going seeing a friend, or whatever the fuck it is. But you need to sometimes just do the thing that you know is best for you, not always the thing that you know will be good in the moment. And I think that I don't know what that is, right? Like I've never really played for like a sports team long enough to where I was passionate about getting better and better, where I would discipline myself in the gym or whatever it is. And at the same time, I know that playing sports isn't the good all be all, because there's people who play sports who develop a lot of things like eating disorders, or who end up gaining weight anyways, even after they were super, you know, active and athletic. So there's no really one solution of anybody or anything that needs to be your solution. You create your solution. And I think like I'm at a point to where I've had enough conversations and I've absorbed enough media, enough material. I've gained enough insight on things. I've drawn in my inspiration from several different things to where I'm just kind of like done. Like I'm just done absorbing. Like I'm done retaining things that I now think about on my own. I just think it's just a habit of me to constantly want to absorb and learn and blah 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 blah. But I'm like, apply that to yourself in a way that you can actually see some results that are beneficial, other than just having a better mind. I love my mind, but I want to love my body. Like, yeah, I love my body, but I want to like love my body. I want to like look in the mirror and be like, wow, like look at all of that work that you put into yourself. Look at how much better you feel, or understand how much better you feel when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Understand how much better you feel when you're doing so much physical activity that you love to do, and to feel good at the end of the day. Because the thing that makes me so sad is when I was younger, I was obese, but there was a time also where I wasn't obese. And in both instances, I was a very active and physical person. And I like love that version of Kid Adam that I just like love to like nourish in my heart, where that young boy was just so chaotic, so much fun, always had friends that he would go and do stuff with. If you didn't have friends, he would be your friend. You guys would all play together, you would run, you would jump, you would fucking play the most violent game. We played some violent fucking games as a kid, but I loved how good it felt to fucking move 24/7. Where it's like now it's like I crave sleep. I sometimes don't want to move. My body hurts, my back hurts, my legs hurt. Um, all these different things. And younger Adam would simply know the right thing to do with situations and stuff. Like he would just go 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 go, and he was relentless. Like if I got like a huge cut or something on my arm, or like a huge bruise, like a huge scrape of skin fall off or something, I would still play. I didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, I'm having fun doing this. The cut isn't lethal. Let me just keep on playing. You know what I mean? And it's just weird to me because like now it's like I get things like a pimple like near my eye, like this big ass pimple, or whatever it is, and I choose to be stagnant, not do stuff. I get in my head, I get insecure, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from? And it's just annoying to me because I'm just like, I want to feel like myself again, and know that we can't always be ourselves again, because sometimes we become something new and we need to be aware of those things that we have adopted as well that are good for us. But the aspect of myself that would just move and do things in the instance that I wanted to, like I miss that. I miss that so much. And I know how bad I miss it because I feel itching at me all the time. Where it's like I'm sitting down and it's fucking 2 in the morning and I should go to sleep, but my body's like, you want to run, go run. And I don't. And the thing is when I would work, say if I did go and I ran and say it'd be like a 30-minute run or maybe an hour of walking or something. And I'd be like, oh, that's a long time. I can't be up that late. And I end up staying up 3 hours in my bed anyways. So learning that and seeing how that happens over and over and over and over again and learning like, what are you thinking? What are you telling yourself? It's just so interesting because it's like, there's so many things to discover in that moment when you're actually like facing your traumas and shit. Stop fucking trying to trauma relate to people, okay? Stop that shit. Like, do that shit every once in a while, fine, but stop doing that shit with everybody consistently. Stop going up to people talking about, oh, my this and my that. Like, these things are weighing me down, constant blah, 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 or like making jokes about it. Like, just fucking stop. Relish in that shit yourself. If you need insight for it, sure. But if you're somebody like me who has done that enough, sit down with your fucking self and understand how the fuck you can talk to yourself. Because there are so many versions of you that exist within yourself that need organization, that need a fucking conversation with. And you're not gonna get that from talking to anybody else. Unless they're a really good fucking therapist or psychologist, you know what I mean? And do that too, but it's like, fuck, like you really just gotta like sit down with yourself several fucking times in several different moods to understand what the fuck is affecting you and why it's affecting you so much for so long. You know, sometimes it's a thought you have when you're eating, sleeping, waking up, when you're tired, when you're wide awake, when you're having fun, when you're with people. Give yourself the space to think. Give yourself the space to take time to talk to yourself. Stop medicating yourself with drugs and alcohol. Like if you need to take prescription drugs for mental illness, do that. But I'm saying is like, stop fucking hitting vape pens and smoking excess amounts of weed and drinking to your heart's content just to hide away your feelings and your thoughts. If you have people who are doing that in your life, get the fuck rid of them. If you're doing that, get the fuck rid of yourself, right? End that part of yourself and try to figure out how you can better handle this fucking thing. You know what I mean? And it makes me sad because I don't resort to using any of that kind of stuff, but it makes me sad for the people that do, because I know for them, their feelings of what they've been through is so much harder than what I have been through. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like, who am I to say that you can't smoke or do whatever the fuck you want, right? I'm just me. But this is simply my perception, my opinion on what I feel like it could help. But it's just like, sometimes, man, like, getting a little bit better and better each day is great, but sometimes also killing your excuses is even better. Killing your toxic traits, your bad habits, your bad company, your bad friends, your whatever the fuck it is. And sometimes you just need to do that. Sometimes it means leaving your job to work at a job where you're getting paid fucking $6 less an hour because you know what you want to work yourself up to, or you need the freedom to help your mental health and stuff. Because I think the thing is for me is that somebody who doesn't suffer from mental health issues, I can very much see where I will make a decline and reach a mental health issue. So I'm really happy that I know how to pull myself away from a situation and that I even have the privileges to, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody has the same resources that I do and such, to where it's not as easy, and I understand that. But when it comes to me, like, that's just what I had to do. And if you're in that same position where you can afford to do that, fucking do it. There's a lot of good that comes out when you surround yourself with positivity, a good environment, a good job, like everything that could possibly be good, and you stop making excuses as to why you need to keep the bad. We make so many excuses as to why we need to hold on to the bad things in our life, or the things that are majority bad, right? I don't even know if I fucking said that right. You saw how hard that was for me to get out, but whatever. If the majority of it is bad, get the fuck rid of it. Understand what those things are, and honestly, just like put yourself in a position to embrace the unknown, to fucking seek discomfort and try to get the good things, okay? Because, like, guys, like, it has not been easy moving. It has not. So many different things, so many different reasons, and the only things that I could do is just fucking try until some things make sense and it does fucking get better. And it's gonna get even better from here, which makes me so fucking happy, because if I'm relatively content with what I have right now, I'm excited to see what happens from here, okay? It's okay not to know, you know? It's okay not to know what the next step is. It's okay not to know what it is that you need to say next, think next, attempt next. It's okay to feel inadequate. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel confused. It's okay to be tired of feeling any of those fucking things. It's okay to be tired of feeling tired, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, whatever the fuck it is. But don't beat yourself up over being in a place that you don't want to be. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because speaking from experience, I was over here shooting myself, stabbing myself, blowing myself up. And I shouldn't have done that, you know? So I'm learning just to be kind to myself and be gentle and find ways to slowly improve myself. You know what I mean? It's the little things, guys. See these clothes fucking actually hung up in my fucking closet? That was not me when I lived in Tracy. This pile of clothes right here is all my dirty clothes, and there's nothing on the floor. Like, in Tracy, clothes all over the floor, 2 baskets full, nothing on hangers. And I had to do that because I'm like, I want to be organized. I want to be clean. Like, I wipe this mirror down every once in a while because I notice that there's spots on it. I clean my bathroom. Like, I like to keep my spaces spotless. And that's helped me a lot. I use different types of journals and stuff to keep my notes. I use Google Keeps to like help my notes and to stay organized. And the thing is, that typically I would do these things in the past and be like, this isn't enough. So I'll try to adopt 10 more things. Then I overwhelm and then I end up doing none of these things that would benefit me. But now I'm learning how to just be like, you know what? It's okay. When you get better at this, we'll get better at that slowly and take time. Because when you've wasted years, you know that you can waste a week. And what I mean by that is that the things that you wouldn't do over those years that, you know, you say you wouldn't do because you feel like they were just pointless. Now you got to realize that those things aren't pointless because they add up. The little things that are good that sometimes seem inadequate or inefficient are good. They balance you out. They add substance. They add structure to your life so you can take on your dreams and goals. I don't think people who have dreams and goals who actually get to sustain them and live a long, healthy, happy life are people who just rush into things or are rushed into something. I feel like typically like they have time, they have the support, but you gotta learn how to do that shit for yourself first. The universe isn't gonna hand you time. The universe is not gonna hand you support until you are ready to then embrace it and absorb those things. Like, it's just not how it works. There's just a lot of things that are gonna be changing with myself from now on. And I know for a fact I am gonna be consistent about video uploads onto YouTube and stuff. And I'm just, yeah. Environment's very important, guys. Environment is extremely important. And I know what my environment is. I know what I'm going to make of it. And I know why I'm here. And I'm happy to be here for the most part. And things have been hard. And I've learned that the things that have been hard were hard for a long time. I just didn't give them the space to exist as such. So they were like a hidden assassin, just waiting to fucking bite me in the ass once I moved. That amongst other things. And then so it's just like, damn, like, okay. But the thing is that I'm not dead. And I'm not begging for mercy. I'm just ready to fight myself for myself, you know? So yeah, that's it. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle. Be confrontational. Be confident. Try. Fail. Try. Fail. Try. Fail. Try. Hope you're doing good. Or hope you're trying to do good. Hope you're trying to feel better, be better. Because I am too. You're not alone. You never are. And it's the nice thing about the world is that you're never alone as much as you think you are. And for some reason, that's comforting To us as humans, for some reason, that's a good thing to hear. And sometimes you just gotta be like me and understand that you think too much and talk too much to yourself. And sometimes you just gotta say, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Go move your body like you did when you were younger. Just go move. Go have fun. Go be imaginative. Just go wrestle and tussle and run. Go shoot a basketball. Just gotta be a kid sometimes, you know? Just say fuck it. Fuck society. Fuck the adults. Fuck yourself. Just go be a fucking kid again. Just because things have changed doesn't mean that everything's changed. It's just some things. And so easily you can be a kid again at heart. Don't care what other people think about you. It's impossible all the time, but you can try. Trying's good enough. Trying is good enough. The results will come. The life you want will come. I hope you come. Whatever way you want to take that. Goodbye.